lovely weekend. Me, myself, I've been enjoying quite some time. Just came from the park. Some wonderful eating today. And of course, I'm not finished yet with my day. Hey now. Quite a surreal day. Quite a day, isn't it? Today's one of those days that you must just feel absolutely ravished and absolutely normal again to find out that nothing is going on. Isn't that lovely? There's nothing extra for anyone to get into. There's no yelling per se. There's just none of that extra anxiety. It seems as if the courses of this here thing are starting to go in the right direction. And isn't that just a lovely thing sometimes? To sit back and just be like, man, I ain't even none of this. There's so much that's going on in the world, and I guess I could cover.
Can you show them this?
No.
Why?
Because I said so. I wanted to cover the food step thing a little bit from what I read in articles. So, no, they have been. Some states, and also it depends on states and everything like that with it. So you have some people in some states getting it, depending on their states and who their local politicians are. You have some people that are not getting it. But the decision by the courts, it's really, I know. Afternoon, the decisions by the courts wasn't a decision. They didn't make a decision. You have to look at the fine print. I think you're seeing some clips and stuff about the whole decision. There was no decision made. They did something really small. One of the justices did something really smart. They kicked it back down to the lower courts for them to make the decision. Why? It's important. They kicked it back down there to let them make the decision. That way this decision wasn't in limbo for months. And if he wants to make another appeal, he can make another appeal through them. But he had to bring that matter to the Supreme Court. Would be, it would have it hanging in limbo. I definitely think it would have it in limbo. I don't know how to say that, Justice Brown, kicked it back down to the circuit courts. So that way, the decision could be made there and they make their ruling. Now, whatever their ruling is going to be, I believe it still would stand with those judges. I think it would still stand with the judges. I think it would still stand with those judges. So, happy Saturday. So, that is what happened. The Supreme Court has not made a decision yet. Whoever is writing these articles with the quickness of time needs to go back and reread the stuff they're putting out there. Because they're putting out these headliners that are kind of pissing people off a little bit. And that's just very unfortunate that our journalism, because they're using AI so much, our journalists have now turned into not proofreading, or the editors aren't doing a good job of proofreading and making sure people understand what happened. They kicked the decision down to the lower courts. I can go read it for you. So that way you have an understanding. But it is now, the shadow court docket is now no longer this thing, and not even more a rumor anymore. It is for facts now. So there's no longer a cover on the shadow court. All right, let me get this. I don't know which one of these, I forgot which news organization is owned by Bezos. Is that the New York Times? I think he does, because he got these subscriptions on here. That gotta be him. Yeah, Bezos owns can't trust that. Bezos owns that. Yeah. New York Times, I think New York Times is owned by Bezos, Amazon's Prime, all that stuff. So Supreme Court on Friday allowed President Trump's administration withhold for now about $4 billion needed to fully fund a food aid program for 42 million low-income Americans this month, amid the federal government shutdown. The court order, known as the administrative stay, gives a lower court additional time to consider the administration's formal request to only partially fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, known as SNAP. This is very important. This is the part that all the people who make content and my TikTok creators are forgetting to put in there. The lower courts, they're leaving this up to the lower courts. I know. Yeah, they're doing a whole lot of. I don't like that part. Listen. Some of these people are really good journalists, but some of these people on here, like, I would look like, why y'all doing speculation arguments? It was like, I don't know if they're activists or not. I think there's semantic energy. I don't know what that man doing with no money. I don't know none of them doing with the money unless we can do a request to see an audit on the money. What's up now? But I don't think we can see what's up. I don't think that's happening. I mean, truly, as one of the senators said today while they were discussing healthcare, I thought it was a nice idea that they were discussing as Republicans, that they give you the money for your benefits to cover your health, and if you don't have a health problem that month, that money goes in your pocket. I was like, oh, that's a grand idea. That's a great idea. I mean, I like the ideas. Let's put it on paper. So that way the money, I like another, that wasn't, I'm sorry. Sorry, that's not the part I liked. I like the part where he says no American is going to see $62 billion. So we need to spend this money right and not have it go to corporate greed. I was like, oh, that's true though. I'm not going to see $62 million no time soon. Maybe $1 million, but not 62 billion. So the administration had faced a judge ordered Friday decline to fully fund the program. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, who issued the stay, set it to expire 2 days after the Boston-based First U.S. Court of Appeals rules on the administration's request to halt the order that the U.S. Department of Agriculture promptly pay the full amount of this month's SNAP, which will cost $8.5 billion to $9 billion per month. Okay? All right. So Jackson expects lower courts to act quickly. The ruling by U.S. District Judge John McConnell in Providence, Rhode Island on Thursday came after the administration said it will provide $4.65 billion in emergency funding to partially cover SNAP benefits. For November, Jackson, what the hell is going on with my tongue? Jackson, the liberal justice assigned to review emergency appeals from a group of states that include Rhode Island, said the First Circuit was expected to rule on the administration's request to block McConnell's order with dispatch. Listen. So, hold on. Okay, like I thought. Reuters, y'all need to go read it. Yeah, you are. Depending on the state you in, listen, depending on the state that you in, first off, I'm going to tell you something I saw online that I do think is true. If you got those benefits, if you do have those benefits and they came in, before they try to pause the benefits, before they try to take them back, I think y'all should either spend them or take the money. Let me just be absolutely honest about that. I think you should pull it out, whatever you got to do. I think you should do it. If you have gotten those benefits with how things are going, then you should go ahead and run up your grocery list. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm gonna say it out loud. You should go ahead and spend them, because there are people in other states who are either not getting them, getting half benefits. There are people getting full benefits, or some people not getting no benefits. So let's just go ahead and shit. Fuck that. You might as well eat. You might as well eat. All right. This decision, yes, it is judicial activism that Ketanji Brown did. She did judicial activism. She is sending it to that circuit court. They're gonna make a decision that says pay out these food stamps, and as they are saying, if allowed to stand, would so further shut down chaos. By prompting a run on the banks by way of judicial feat, the administration originally planned to suspend SNAP benefits altogether in November, citing a lack of funding because of the shutdown. But McConnell last week ordered the USDA to use emergency SNAP funding to cover part of this month's costs. In Thursday ruling, he ordered the USDA to make up for the shortfall with money from a separate department program, with $23.35 billion in funding derived from tariffs that support child nutrition. McConnell, an appointee of Democrat President Obama, accused Republican Trump administration of withholding snaps for political reasons. His ruling was a win for a coalition of legal challengers compromising cities, unions, and nonprofits, represented by the liberal legal group Democracy Forward, and prompted the administration to ask the First Circuit on Friday to halt the order. This is confusion over state funding. The First Circuit on Friday denied the Trump administration request to administratively stay McConnell's ruling. It has yet to issue a ruling on the administration's formal request to halt the judge's order. But the First Circuit panel, which consists of 3 judges appointed by Democrat presidents, said it would do so as quickly as possible. So there's so much. Y'all can go to Reuters. You can go look at this case. There's so much stuff that I find absolutely intangible is the word about what's going on. This is getting real funny now. This is getting real funny. Americans, I see you're waking up, and that's great. You're fully waking up, and that's great. You're realizing that we all, no matter what we look like, we all are breaking our backs out here for nearly nothing. And they're trying to, let me just put it out there, let me put it on the floor. They're trying to enslave y'all. Even worse. they try to put every single one of you in bondage. Have you working circuit meal farms, and I ain't talking about farms. I'm talking about like making circuit boards and stuff like that because you hungry and you need to eat. Man, they trying to get this this new era of kingmanship off the way. It's ridiculous. But the one thing that is constant is that people wake up every day, and I believe that Americans are waking up, and that's great. Have you making them John Deere tractors for loaves of bread? But yeah, I just think it's not a problem, you know. Don't get all worked up. Don't get all worked up. I think with what we're seeing, you're seeing a house in session right this weekend. It's probably throwing you off that it's all over your feed. Have y'all been seeing that on your feed? The house in session. Have you been seeing that? I gotta ask. Have you been seeing that? Yeah, we can make it good. But you've been seeing that, right? All right. So the Republican Party is trying to go back to the Republican Party. They are pulling all the way away from this because they are going to be the ones that are left with the shitty hand. they're going to be left with it. It's not, hey now, it's not going to be anybody else's fault. What they saw with the voter turnout is telling them that they need to do something, and they just can't sit on their hands and not do anything, because it's particularly showing that if they don't do anything, they will not have a party that can stand for anything. And it would last for about, historically, those implosions last for about 5 to 10 years. Could you imagine that? So had they not opened up the house and got to work, historically, I can see it. It would have been about 10 years of not having anyone want to vote for your party. Like, just, and I want you to take this into real aspects. Out in that rural area, somebody's grandma, somebody's pawpaw, somebody's disabled son or daughter is right now suffering. Suffering. And when you find out it's because, well, he's the president. Doesn't he have funding for Mama and Papa SNAP? Well, they said he should give it to him. He's not giving Mama and Papa and anybody on disability their benefits. And the folks in the city are saying they're getting theirs. Why aren't we getting ours out here? And I got to drive over to Mama and Papa's house and give her some food. That's the real base. Never, now, never ever clamor for more. I understand. I get all that. But the materialistic stuff, forget all that. Get the people, right? And the people. When it's about the people and you are clamoring for millionaires, and y'all, the base doesn't know this. They don't know about the millionaires who are trying to get their contracts or get their piece of bribery in and bribe money going here and there. Most people don't know about that. Most real Americans live by something that most people don't even know. I'm minding my business. I'm living day to day. I'm enjoying my life, enjoying my music on the road. I'm seeing my family. I go to work. I come home. This digital stuff it's not 100% on everyone. That you all don't know this. Not everybody's grandma is on TikTok or on YouTube. There are millions of people just living real decent lives. Wake up, wash my ass, go have a cup of coffee, go eat my little food, get in my car, go to work, listen to my local AM radio, FM radio, go to work, get off work. Same routine every day. Nothing else. That's what they enjoy in life. Kissing their wife and their husbands, kissing their kids, having a good time, making sure they get off to school. It's none of this extra stuff that's added that gives entertainment. So they're looking at reality and what they're hearing on the news, because we're hearing on the news. Somebody told the president, give me food, give me the food, give me the SNAP money. My mama, my daddy, my granny, my papa, they used that. My grandma used SNAP. What are you doing? Out in rural areas. So for the Republican Party, what is happening and why they are in session? As much as they want to blame another side or party, because Bernie Sanders is there. So as much as they want to blame somebody else, they do realize that there are people that will not vote for them again because they just have a common decency to want to eat. As much as this country is making prices go up and making everything, this country said, as much as this country is making prices go up and throwing covers and band-aids, Bernie Sanders just spoke like 20 minutes ago. Bernie Sanders is there. He's really there. He's there. I swear to God, he's there. And what, he's like 80 years old? Yeah, he's there. He's there, man. He showed up. So, He like 85, like he old, bro. Thank y'all. These ordinary Americans, just like every one of us is an ordinary American. I know I will. Every one of us is ordinary as well. And outside of these phones, we're not here. We live some very ordinary lives, you know, regular stuff. Take your kids to the park and everything. But I don't think that ordinary people in rural America need to go hungry. I don't think that people that have bought into hurting other people and wanting other people to be locked up, I truly don't believe that they deserve not to eat. I think people make bad decisions when they're not educated. What's the opposite of ignorance? Not knowing. Once you start getting to know some things, you be like, oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, I didn't know that is how you actually turn some money over and flip it. I didn't know. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a donor list. Who said that, Miss Mama? There? There's a donor list. I did show it, but I can show it again if you want me to. I did pull it from a source, a verifiable source that gets public funding. I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show you my donors list. That way, it is a verifiable source. Can't even fight with this one. You can't even fight with this source. The donors list is my source. I'm gonna get an A for this if I was in class. I'm using PBS. I'm using PBS. Alright? I'm using PBS. Right? So here's the donor list. I don't think it's, and also I no longer think it's a Republican Democrat thing. It's the people. I think the people are waking up and realizing that this party thing is just not it. So it's no longer that. And I've always been the person that has said it, you know, policy over policy. But here's the donor list of all the people that are bribing. What? It's a publicly funded broadcasting station. It's publicly funded. You don't like NPR either? Let me guess. I ain't fighting with you that I said let me guess either. You like Alex? Do you like Alex Jones? Mom and Nana, do you like Alex Jones per se? I mean, you like Alex Jones? Okay, what do you like? Who do you like? What do you like? You like Fox News? Because I do know that there was a court order against Fox News that they put out that they do propaganda and they needed to stop. There was a whole court case. You know? Did you know that there was a court case against Fox News for the propaganda they put out? Did you know about that court case? And the filings on it? I'm just asking. Okay. All right. Well, here's the list of donors. Is it longer than that? That's the list of donors. I don't believe in left and right. I think you got to get away from that speech. It's two wings of the same bird. I think you should read up. I think you should definitely read up on who the Federalists are. I think you should read up on that and not take a stand on either party because in all actuality, if you do understand what they're doing, you possibly could make some money. If you're a markets bank type of person, they don't even believe in the party thing because some people are in it for a buck and they make a lot of money off of decisions that people make in office. So if you're a money's type person, you know, you probably don't even need to pick a party. Yeah. You don't need to be a party type person if it's about the money. I did try to put them on the Project 2025. Good trouble. I got my head chewed off last year. And now that they got that Project 2025 tracker, yeah, you know. But I did get my head chewed off here by about 200 to 300 MAGA people. It was horrible. Oh, it was bad. It was nasty. Before, like last year, I like, you're lying. You're lying. You're not going to do that. He said he's not going to do that. You're lying. You're lying on wonderful Trump. And then I said, Lord Jesus. Yeah, nobody didn't want to listen. Months and months and months ago. Nobody didn't want to listen. Yeah, I see. I like your vampire teeth. So, we can point them to that, but I don't think we have readers in this nation anymore. I read all 944 pages, and I know what they're going to do to the VA. They already started. I know what they're doing to rural hospitals. That already started. I know what they are doing to workers that work here. That already started. I know what they did with the firing and hiring that they're already starting and tracking. I know what they're doing. Hey, now, I know what they... Yeah, there's a Project 25 checklist. You want to see? I'll show you. Tracker. Y'all didn't know that? Yeah, there's a there's a tracker. Listen. Mom and Nana, I don't know what to tell you as a mega person, but if you want millions of people that look like you, that identify as white, consider themselves white, if you want their babies and them to starve, I don't know what to say about either side. At the end of the day, you're talking about people losing their homes. You're talking about people having to sell their homes. You're talking about things that I had to find out that I didn't even know that people who identify as white do here in America. I didn't know that y'all didn't take care of your grandmas and grandpas. Okay, I got you, Mama Nana. I didn't know that y'all wasn't taking care of your moms and grandpas, and then they had to put their homes. They put their homes on like a lien or a trust or something, so that way they can be taken care of in a nursing home as collateral. Like, I didn't know y'all do that stuff, and because of what's about to happen, there's millions of people that, ma'am, you don't have to fight with me about Democrats or Republican, ma'am. I'm not finna phone them in. They are doing their strategy. That is their strategy. It is a political game. They're doing their strategy. And their strategy right now is to show the voters if they have a plan, which other countries do have a plan for universal health care. Canada is one of them. That's why they pay more in taxes. If they have a plan, please let them present it so that way we can move forward with all the bells and whistles that goes into the bill. I really hate they got rid of Schoolhouse of Rock. I really hate. I really dislike that they got rid of that show, and I didn't get the premise of that show till I get it's a bill. What's that? It was. Hold on. Let me get the. Here it is. Here's the song. Ma'am, you are doing a lot. And I'm not, ma'am. Do you know ma'am. Ma'am, all that energy that you have should either go, Phoenix, stop. Stop that. All that energy that you have should either go into helping your community with charity work, helping people, filling up the food pantry, trying to make sure that people are getting fed, trying to tell us about Democrats and Republicans. They ain't got shit. We don't care about that. Feed the hungry.
Man, can we stop with the left versus right, the red versus the blue? None of these crooked ass politicians give two fucks in the Christmas truck about the average Joe like me and you. They care about putting more money into the billionaires' pockets and funding their bullshit. Hint, like, it's common sense, y'all. Man, I hate politics, bro. Like, I really do. Because that's how some people are. That's like their whole identity is politics. Whole identity, Democrat. Whole identity, Republican. Both sides are crooked as fuck and neither of them give a shit. They gonna tell you what you want to hear to get what they want. Period, set, finish.
Two wings of the same bird.
Precisely. Man, I get so tired of hearing people fight about left versus right and red versus blue. It's so dumb.
I'm gonna call the Democrats. I can't call the damn Democrats. Get paid. Even Nancy Pelosi can get paid. See, I'm unbiased. Nancy Pelosi, who's retiring, has made over, I think it's 40-something million, $400 million because she's allowed to be in the stock markets and know what stocks go be motherfucking early. You know what I mean? Nah. I think they need to bring that back. I think it's very important because for me to know, for that to be a core memory for me, means that okay, I get it. You know, growing up, I get it. Okay, the motherfuckers over there arguing about something that somebody in their district or their state want, and somebody don't want to give it. They need to bring that back so that way kids can now watch C-SPAN and understand what they watching. Man, she made money. Like Simple said, they all making money. They all making money. They all making money. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. They all making money. All right? Now, I'm going to bring to you some very... Oh, I didn't even show you the damn tracker. My bad. Sorry. Here we go. Here's the tracker. Here's the tracker. There you go. I think you have free time today. I think you could go read it. Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, I don't know what you're watching. I really...
Did you know
What did I know?
where my PAM party I left them?
Where did you leave him?
I left them somewhere. I think I left them in my room.
I think you did.
Do you know why I left them in my room? Dad, tell me where I left them in my room.
Ma'am.
Dad, where did I left it in my room?
I know what's going on there, ma'am. I don't know where you left him at, Phoenix. I know what's going on there. We all know what's going on there. We all know what's going on, okay? What is that thing called? A C, it's not even a B, it's a CRD or a skirt or whatever the hell that is. A temporary bill to open up for, ma'am. It's not even a, ma'am. Where do you get your news from? Ma'am, I'm being so respectful. Like, I'm being so respectful. Like, seriously, just let me see where you get your news from so I can go read it. Ma'am.
Real quick and I'm out. Let's just be real. It's a dick swinging competition between all the men in office. You know, if we had a handful of women in office, this shit wouldn't be happening.
No, it wouldn't.
Can I have fruit snack?
They wouldn't stand for that.
Where are you going?
Let me just be real. I think we should get a woman in office. I mean, I'm just saying, because none of the men are doing it. Matter of fact, the men are sending us to war and in shittier situations than we were in the first place. America has never been great, okay? And now it's just getting worse. I think a woman could come in and really straighten that shit up, to be honest with you. We know how women are. They're nurturing mothers, but when they need to step up and step down, they'll put their foot on your neck, and then you're just going to have to deal with it. And we had our chance to have a woman, and everybody fucked up. And then like 50% of the people that voted for Trump are regretting it. This shit that's going on in the world affects everybody. Not one certain race, not one certain demographic, not one certain gender. Everybody is suffering through this, and it's not fair to anybody.
I think she just.
But if we want change, we got to make the change. We got to vote for the change. We got to stop bitching about change and not doing shit about it.
Can she please tell me what she has been reading? I want to cite her source.
Fox News, I'm guessing.
But she need to tell me.
See, my thing is what people do is they Google shit, right? They go to Google and they type in whatever the hell they searching, and then they go with the first post or the second post that they see. They don't do the extensive research to find out what the truth is. People lie. I mean, if we have not figured it out, people lie, especially politicians. But we can't go to Google and pick the first post and be like, yep, that's the fucking truth. We need to do our research and do our time diligence and find out what the real truth is. Because this government has never told us the fucking truth. What part of that don't people understand? Why are they going to start now?
He was yelling at me about damn PBS, a public broadcast station. I'm like, damn, this fucking PBS.
In the definition of like insanity, repeating the same process over and over and over, expecting a different outcome when we know damn well it's not going to be.
True, but I would still love to know her source. I still want to know. I'm intrigued.
And pardon my language, if y'all haven't figured it out, I'm not censoring myself for this fucking app. This world is dog shit, and we need to fix it and do better. And it starts with us, but a lot of them don't listen to us when we tell them what's wrong.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, there's two things that could be done with this older. I believe this is older woman. One, give the source of wherever you got this news, so that way us in here can look at it. Or after I done showed everything got unshowed, move on.
But you've been telling people about this shit for months. You think they gonna listen now?
No.
You called all this literally before it happened. You're like, hey, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is what P 2025 says, and this is what y'all should prepare for. You talked about the EBT shit like 3 months ago.
I tried to tell them. I mean, I did. I did. But
I
now,
mean, y'all, anybody and everybody on this app can think of whatever they want to about Petty, but at the end of the day, I can tell you that Petty does his research on these things and he does know what he's talking about. He messes up words sometimes, but he does that shit on purpose to throw y'all off. The man is really educated.
don't tell them that. Don't tell them.
I just wish people act like you're not educated, but you actually really are. I've had some conversations with Petty about real life stuff in the world going on. The man is smart. Maybe start listening to him a little bit. I don't care if you like him or not. That's your choice. But listen to the man. He got a little education, and education is elevation.
Amen to that.
Love you, brother. Have a good one.
Is mom still here? I just want to know where she got, like, why she don't understand. Like, what are you reading? What are you viewing? And I do get it, guys. I do get it. I gotta go to where I'm going to? Port Discovery in Baltimore here in a few minutes. So she probably did, but I understand MAGA folks, Republicans are throwing you away. Let me just be honest with MAGA. Republicans don't want you anymore. You're not getting that civil war that you want. Some of the MAGAs didn't realize that when they were taking EBT and taking these systems away, they thought it was only going to take it from the brown people, the people with more melanin. The Republicans are seeing their own futures, and they don't want MAGA a part of that. Okay, so MAGA, I know you're looking for someone to be mad at. I understand that you go off conspiracies. Key, oh, it's the weekend. You could be in here. It's fine. That's fine. I understand that QAnon and MAGA are one and the same. MAGA, you want somebody to be upset at. I get it. I get it. I get it. You coming here to be mad at this guy, but let me tell you something. I may not be one of you guys, but I love reading your conspiracies. I love going down that rabbit hole. Like, damn, this is deep. I love it. I love going down those rabbit holes. I love reading QAnon conspiracies. I love reading conspiracies about Bigfoot actually being in an underground tunnel, going back and forth between Area 51 and the White House, and how he's really the subset of another subset of human beings that came down here and are taking control of people and run the whole government, and they are really working with the aliens on the back end. Yeah. Love all that. That's some good, y'all write good stuff. Okay, give me your source. What's your source? Please. Where are you reading your materials from? I see you, but there's just two things that you could do. You could have somebody look at your sources, because I'm assuming that your grandchildren aren't coming to tell you, hey, grandma, what are you looking at? Why are you believing that? You know what I mean? Like, grandma, what are you doing? Or, as I believe you are a woman with a little, I believe you got some sense. I believe people got some sense. Just, okay, I'm not going to argue with them. Let me go on. Because you don't got to be mad with me. You ain't got to be mad at me. You ain't got to be nothing with me. At all. Obviously, you somebody, grandma, out there. And you ain't got to be mad at me, but you ain't got to, if you can't cite the source, why do all this? Oh. What are you doing? Ma'am. Are you cool? I mean, it's cool if you QAnon. I said you ain't got no problem with QAnon either. Ma'am. Ma'am. I don't have to look it up because I get to know it. I don't know. Ma'am. People, you're the type of person that intrigues me. You intrigue me. Now I have enough. You really, I mean, to me, not. What are you, what are you talking about, ma'am? Happy birthday. Ma'am, you intrigue me. You're engaging me. But you're not naming sources. You're so upset about something that you shouldn't be worried about. And it's almost like, damn it. I gotta go, y'all.
Dad, it's time to go.
Wish I could stay longer. Damn, she's intriguing.
That was not.
Talk about it.